What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about The Flash, Season 5, Episode 12, Memorabilia. I really liked tonight's episode.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I thought it was pretty cool. I wanted more of the Flash Museum, just to see more we could get in there.
Yeah, as much as we should care about the little girl's memories, I cared more
Yeah.
about Nora's memories.
Because I was just curious what else she was like hiding in there and stuff. But the episode opens up with Nora sending a message to Eobard Thawne. I'm not quite sure if it's the same one she's sending in the end. I kind of thought it was. But she's saying that, like, basically lying's hard for her and all that shit, and she sends him off to Eobard Thawne, which I thought that was cool. I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to see an actual Eobard Thawne this episode.
Yeah, it was like a...
But I'm assuming, because we haven't seen him in, I think, 2 weeks now, so I'm assuming we'll get him next week, because it's been a little bit. But I liked her little stuff with that this episode.
Yeah, the whole thing was kind of cool. I liked the way they did the memories, too.
Yeah, it was
mentioned,
neat.
You mentioned that you wanted to just go back. You know it's in a memory, but you want to go back to normal.
Yeah, well, because like they do that too, like the way they go to different Earths, where they change. That's all of a sudden the color's a little different.
Yeah.
That's usually fine, but like it was like green and blue and stuff, and I was like, I just want you to see normal.
Yeah, it didn't. But I liked it because it's not like I didn't know they were in a memory, but just like it just felt different, like they were in a different place.
Yeah, that's probably why they do it. But for me, it just bugged me a little bit. But so Sherlock brought a memory machine back from his Earth to help wake up Grace.
Did he?
So you brought this up. It's never once mentioned in this episode that that's why he did it. But you said, so he's totally doing this to figure out Nora's memories, right? And I was like, oh, maybe. And he does kind of get a little bit of things here, but he's never like, it's never said that's why he
literally
did it.
said that his partner Watson.
That stuff was pretty funny.
Yeah, he said that he got stuck in it.
Yeah.
But after
all that, yeah. So it was, I mean, they always kind of do dangerous stuff, the wells and all that. But I found that interesting that when you said that, I was like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think the whole thing
that never even occurred to me that'd be the case.
And just like he knows.
Yeah,
obviously.
He's slowly figuring out shit too. Even at the end when he's asking Barry about like, so what villain was walking around there, And he's like, reverse flash. He's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for him to figure out shit, and like, cause like this episode he was fucking with her in the end, so I want to see him get more into it.
I know, and I kind of like part of me wants him just to reveal it, but I do like how he's just like slowly going about it.
Yeah, because when he said stuff to her, he kind of was like, yeah, I know you have a secret, and I'm gonna.
Everyone's like,
but I'll help you out here. I thought they were gonna pull it out of this episode. I was like, oh fuck.
But I was surprised,
and then he helped her out.
I was wondering how she was gonna try to get out of it.
Yeah, I don't think she was gonna say anything. They could have probably stood in that room in silence.
Although now, after watching this episode, I totally feel like she totally thinks what she's doing is right.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. Well,
and it may be.
It could. Yeah. Well, cause she ultimately is trying to stop Cicada.
Yeah.
And thinks Reverse Flash is gonna help her. I don't know how, since he only has 51 minutes left to live on his Earth, but
yeah,
I'm interested in that whole thing. So Nora decides to jump into the memory machine alone, so Barry doesn't find out about her memories, and she ends up getting stuck. I feel like, honestly, if she would have just done the plan and it went with Barry, in her memory, they would have just probably got the girl, talked to Grace a little bit. It would have been weird there, and then they would have got out. Like, I don't think they ever would have went into her memories. No. But she fucked up the whole thing. She made it happen that way.
That's why I think it was all...
Sherlock's plan?
Yeah, I almost said Shakespeare. It was all Sherlock's
That's the next
plan.
Wells.
Yeah.
That's when you said that, and I was like, oh, maybe. Ralph and Cisco go to the Liquid Kitty, and they ask about Cicada. I liked this when they. He's like, yeah, he comes in here and tortures people every night, blah, 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 and then breaks the glass. Cisco vibes it, and it's a band called Cicada.
Yeah, there's been a few episodes where this other thing that's going on during the episode I haven't really been into.
Yeah.
And when it started off when Cisco like didn't want to be there,
he's being sad, Cisco.
And I was like, oh come on! But then he snapped out of it pretty quick. So it was
cool.
And
then he has that new girl. I know she's supposed to be in at least one other episode coming up. I don't know how many after that, but I still got the feeling that this might be the last season with Cisco, or at least the last season he's a regular on. Which I'm kind of sad about.
I didn't get that feeling from this episode.
Well, I got it from last, and then this season didn't help when he made the cure in the end. So I feel like he might be leading. I really hope it's not the case. I hope he just stays like computer guy for them in tech, like how he was in season 1. Like hopefully it's just the end of Vibe. But if it is just the end of Vibe, it doesn't make sense because his plan is to not be around this danger. and like it's still dangerous being in Star Labs. Anybody can walk in there.
They don't even have a door.
Yeah. So in the Flash Museum, now I know I missed shit, so don't like take this as your video explaining everything.
And that's I was gonna say that too when you got here. This would be a good episode to watch twice.
Yeah, and like totally take notes.
I don't ever watch Flash twice,
Mm-hmm.
but this would be a good episode to watch.
But in the Flash Museum, I wrote that we saw a lot of Flash toys, some that really exist, like I've seen. Seen at
sure.
Walmart and shit.
Yeah.
We see real comics, some that I own. There's old ones, like literally the cover of him and Cicada. That's a legit comic. The one from him and Gorilla Grodd, I think that's literally like from last year. So I'm hoping that Gorilla Grodd one too is kind of teasing at the Gorilla Grodd versus King Shark episode we're gonna get here soon.
That's gonna be crazy.
That'll be a fun episode. Then we saw some suits of the past villains. We saw the 2024 newspaper in the background. I believe on one of the TVs there was the season finale of season 2 going on because I saw the little sphere and it looked like him and Zoom fighting. Which I asked you, how the fuck did they get Zoom's costume? Because like unless they recreated it, he literally became the Black Flash and went off.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a museum.
Yeah, so they could have just recreated it for that. But then we get a really cool mention. I'm spacing on his name, but the Captain Singh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is on TV, and he's talking about how Cicada never was captured and blah, blah, blah. And he even killed more people than Red Death.
Yeah.
Which is a major, like, villain drop. Very recent, too. It's the Batman version of the Flash that's evil.
You were telling me about that a couple months ago.
I could see them doing that as, like, the next villain or something and just making it not Batman, but making it another character from the Arrowverse. It'd be cool if they did, like, an Oliver Queen. But that'd be hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the major villains aren't in it that much, so it's doable. Because other than like when he takes off the mask, it's just CGI or a stunt double, anyways. So that'd be cool. I don't see. I'm trying to think who else do you think could be a villain from another Earth that's like a Flash?
I mean, you could pretty much.
They could do like Eddie, bring Eddie back as that.
Oh my God! Did you really?
Well, I was thinking of people that like that have died. You could bring back from other Earths too.
You always want to bring Eddie back.
I would love him to come back.
A
lot of people thought he was gonna be Savage because there's I'm spacing on the name. I think it's Cobalt Blue. There's a storyline with the Flash, and it's like his twin brother and the shit like that. People thought that was gonna be Eddie for a while.
Oh, right.
Like they were gonna do that storyline with Zoom, but then they just made Zoom Barry
I mean,
Allen.
you could do it anyway. You could do Wally.
Yeah, that's true, but they'll
Yeah.
probably do it shitty because they hate Wally.
They do hate Wally.
Bastards. But yeah, I was when they said that tease, I was pretty excited because I really liked that storyline.
That'd be cool, but I don't know. They mentioned frickin'.
They mentioned Cicada last year and stuff like that, and like they actually went with it. And like season before, they mentioned
the Thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems to be their new thing is around episode 12,
mention
the next villain.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. That's the only tease you've gotten another future villain too. So
yeah.
Grace and Nora's defense mechanisms start coming out. This is where my notes get a little small because we started eating dinner. Their defense mechanisms come out. Grace's was a female cicada, most likely her from the future. It seems like. And then Nora's was Reverse Flash, like a little statue that later became real Eobard, but we barely got to see it.
Yeah.
So me and you were talking about the Grace one. Like you said, you thought that in the future she's gonna become Cicada, which I definitely think that's possible.
Yeah, I mean that was my first impression.
But there's a theory online that's kind of just like I don't know if symbolism is the right word, but just like showing her that's a cicada and like she's really connecting her to because she has that shard in her head, connecting to her uncle, the real cicada. And, like, that's why he's killing and all that. And he keeps going to visit her because, like, they're kind of communicating that way. She's
controlling him.
Yeah. Which I found that very interesting. If the villain ultimately was a little girl on The Flash.
They definitely played her as a bad guy this episode.
Yeah, she was creepy as fuck.
Didn't start out, but when she sits up and she goes, I hear things.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's almost like I see dead people.
It was very Exorcist-ish.
Yeah, that's cool, though. I would like that. I'd be cool with that.
They should have made her head spin around.
Yeah, I think it'd be a bit much. It is a dream world, though, so they can, like, do whatever they want in there, I guess.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. My first inkling was, like, because Cicada, they were saying, oh, maybe they think he's not even a man now because he's still going. He showed back up.
Yeah.
Well, if she was in a coma and then she
woke up, it would be her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That'd be cool, but the only thing is then, like, there'd be no end to this season. Because it'd be going in the future, you know?
Yeah, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because like while Minoru's getting chased by Cicada, which before you found out it's a girl, like that looks like a female's body running around.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it was just a weird skinny stunt double for that. But then once she walked in the room and had fucking long hair sticking out, we're like, oh no, that's a girl.
And at the end, she's just like sitting there with her.
Yeah, and she says Nora's gonna pay and all that. So Caitlin calls them in their memories with her little thing that she was talking to Killer Frost with before.
Which I just thought of, and as you said that, Nora's going to pay,
Mhm.
and then Nora goes back in time to go get Cicada.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that all lines up,
Oh, that's true.
you know?
That is true, yeah. So Caitlin calls them through their memories, and she says that they need to find out the fake memory to get the portal out of there. So they fight the Reverse Flash, but that's pretty cool. Iris called him a son of a bitch, and they got out that way. And then they went and rescued Nora. And then Iris is starting the Central City Citizen after this whole episode. She's like, I don't know, should I? Maybe I will. Decides to, and then Nora reveals to her through her little futuristic Apple Watch that the date on the newspaper changed of when the newspaper started.
You know,
Which I thought was funny. So they changed the timeline, but like Flash is still missing. So like that, nothing really changed except for that.
Yeah, like stuff changed, but nothing
Nothing major. Yeah, they were all happy. She's like, oh yeah, okay, cool, I will start. But like, ultimately, you guys don't want him to disappear.
Right. It's funny if you had something like a paper from the future, and it changed when you did stuff. Wouldn't you just like look at that constantly?
Yeah,
Like,
you'd think so.
Like you go do something, you're like, oh no, that didn't change, and then you do something. Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, I wonder like how many things on that changed that they just have no idea.
Stab somebody. Oh look, it changed.
Well, let's not get drastic there. Grace talks to herself as Cicada, and says that Nora lied to me and she will pay for it. And then we get a little uncredit scene. Cisco finishes a cure, and Barry says he wants to use it on Cicada.
So,
Which that was their one rule, that I'm not going to force it on anybody. And Barry's like, no, fuck him.
but maybe they should use it on the little girl.
Maybe, yeah.
The thing is, they said she's got a shard in her head that they probably
But don't
can't
call her a shard head.
Wow. But they can't take it out.
Yeah.
But that it has dark matter in it. A lot of buts there. Which might mean the Doctor isn't in cahoots with Cicada.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still iffy about her. But yeah, I see what you mean.
I mean, she might just be... I mean, she has not had any good words towards Metas, but...
It could be all three of them, too, just influencing each other.
Yeah.
Because, like, Grace says she's constantly hearing people, so it probably doesn't help if your doctor is bad-mouthing Metas as well.
That's true. You're just laying there in a coma and everyone's
Yeah.
like, fucking Metas.
But next week should be a fun episode. It's Ralph and Barry, and they're going into the bad guy world, and they're going to pretend to be bad guys to get some kind of stuff
Yeah.
to help take down Cicada. But from what I've heard from, like, Ralph doing interviews and shit, he said it was really fun for them to do that. Like, they're both, like, pretending to be bad guys.
That should be cool.
But anything else you want to say about this week's episode of Flash?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. I really, really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
it was fun.
I really want to see more of Flash Museum. I might watch it again later just to see more that's in there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought about this episode, and we'll see you guys next week for more Flash.
She's protecting her secret.